handle it. Realized I'll never get rid of it, so I had to channel it for good. I'll always be an addict, but now I am addicted to all this hope I give to you. Yo, I'm living proof that if you change your mind, you can change your life. Rest in peace to the old me, cause he had to die. I am redeemed, sober, recovered, clean. I ain't give it up, just had to switch it up the way I fiend. Now I fiend for the opposite on a positive level. 2 middle fingers up, looking at the devil. What's up? Against the odds, more than ever in my life I am focused, serving hope to the hopeless, who are living against the odds. I'm from the mud, the dirt of society, and that created this driving me to help the whole world that's living against the odds. I know some of you are struggling and probably pissed at God. I was too, but I realized nothing happened to me, it happened for me. Here to tell the story of everyone that's living against the odds.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Man, it's Saturday Night Live up in this joint. How's everybody doing today? Good, good. Where's everybody watching from? I'm going to let you guys come on, right? I'm a little shaken up right now. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm a little nervous. I got somebody up back behind the stage, Justin McPadden from the Hope Shot. He's going to be coming on and telling his story tonight, guys. I am excited about this. Bottom line. What's up, what's up, what's up? Come on, let's get him on. Can we get some shares on this live? Let's get some shares. I'm going to bring up Justin, and we're going to introduce Justin. We're going to get going on this live, right? Because it's Saturday night. We're spreading hope to the hopeless. We got the founder of the Hope Shot coming on. Let's bring him on right now, right? Let's get to it.
Man, I need you as my hype man from now on, dude. Like, you're my hype man. You're like, I'm gonna hire you, bro, because that was
right, brother.
What's up, everybody? Good evening. Man, I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm all of it, bro. It's always. It doesn't matter how many times you do this. It just happens, you know. But once you get going, I mean, you can't screw up your own story. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. I follow you. I watch you, man. You're spreading hope, man. You're doing the deal. I appreciate, man. It's an honor to be on here tonight to share my story. So thank you.
No, man. I appreciate that, brother. And thank you too. I see what you're doing. You're doing a lot of good things. We are spreading hope, and we are pushing this out on the digital world where it's needed, I think, the most. I really do. I think that hope needs to be pushed out into social media more than ever these days because of the division we have, right? We come together on a common bond, right? We all had some odds stacked against us. We all felt like we might not make it out of that shit. I'm going to keep it real with you. I didn't think I would ever make it out of that. I thought I was hopeless. We're here tonight to spread some hope. We're here tonight to share story of inspiration, a story of struggle, a story of strength, a story of recovery, a story of hope, man. This is what's up, man.
Spreading hope, not dope, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Hope,
we used to look for the dope shot. Now we look for the hope shot. You know, that's the whole deal with it, you know? And it's cool, man. We got to collaborate, man. And that's what it's about, collaborating all over the nation and spreading this thing like wildfire, you know? And so this is awesome to do, man. And, you know, whenever you, you know, we're going to get you on mine too.
Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And I'm looking for some people that have come on yours that want to come on mine. I mean, I have some people that might want to come on at yours as well. You know what I mean? That's how we do it. Yeah. It's a beautiful connection that we can make. It's such a big world, but it's such a small world. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's such a big world, but man, it's real small, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. It is, man.
It is.
It's good shit. Good shit.
So, it is. If you guys haven't, do me a favor, share this live on your page. If you have not, let's share this live in some recovery groups. Please, somebody share this live in Against the Odds recovery group. If you haven't, please do me a favor and do that. Yeah, man, we're here to spread hope. Justin's going to tell his story. We got 33 people on. That's what's up, man. We got 33 people on watching us tonight.
Yo, don't freak me out, bro. Come on. Hey, you know what that means? You know what that means, right? It's 66 eyes.
That's right.
I can do math.
Yeah, I can't. Ask the people on here. They'll tell you I can't do math and I can't pronounce names too well.
I'm bad in names too. I can add and subtract though. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, and I got sick, man, the other day, dude. I was like, dude, I hope I can talk because it's all in here. It's not the vid. Don't worry. And I tested myself, but it's sinus. Oh, good. I think it's worse.
Yeah.
Oof, sinus, it kills you, man. But yeah, whenever you want me to start, man.
You go ahead, man. Let's kick it off.
All right.
Let's listen to Justin's. So everybody, this is Justin McPadden. If you just tuned in, he is the founder of the Hope Shot podcast, Facebook page, and YouTube channel. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If you know his links, put them in the comment for me, so people that aren't following can go ahead and drop a like on his page and follow and support his page as well. I appreciate that because I know someone's gonna do that for me out there, right? All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. So let's hear from Justin, his experience, strength, and hope, man. Let's go. Kick it off, brother. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you, man. And I appreciate your support, man. And likewise, we'll do the same. So my name is Justin McPadden. I am born and raised in Florida. I'm a Florida boy. It's probably the only place I could stand the weather. So, you know, you guys are up there in the cold. I ain't doing it. You know, my recovery date is 3/16/18. And I kept, listen, sometimes that date would literally kept me clean half the time. Just so I could say Justin 3/16. That's it. That's all. I know it sounds, but it's real, man. It's the things that, like, when you first get into recovery, you got to find those little things that, man, you're going to hold on to, man, no matter how stupid it sounds or how, like, minimal it is. You got to hold on to it because, like, that's going to be your saving grace, man. And, like, through the first stretch, man, because, like, when I remember when I first got in here, man, I was a freaking mess. You know, I didn't know how to live without using. I didn't want to, man, because I was like, dude, I'm not gonna have fun anymore. I'm gonna be boring. Like, I can't go hang out with my boys, which, dude, there at the end, I wasn't hanging out with anybody anyways. I was stuck in fear the whole time, like skittish, you know. But anyways, I was born in West Palm Beach, Florida. You know, I grew up with my, you know, with a nice family, dude. We went to the country club. My dad was a construction worker. He had his own building company, built houses, like custom homes. Like, we grew up kind of like we had a little bit of money. But the only problem was, man, we also had a lot of freaking problems with alcoholism. And I don't know if they're doing drugs, dude. It's too young to know. But, you know, it kind of goes with the territory sometimes. But my dad, you know, he was just, you know, an alcoholic. So, you know how alcoholics do, man. I'd get picked on all the time. You know, I probably wasn't the best kid. You know, I didn't know, but there's three of us, man. And you know, I used to blame my dad for, you know, all kinds of stuff, man. Until I got to recovery, I finally found it forgiveness. You know, I had to forgive him, man, because, like, he did the best he could for what he had. You know what I mean? How am I any different? You know what I mean? So, like, there's a lot of things I carried with me until I was 35 years old, you know, still that scared little boy all the way up, man. And, like, I carried that crap for so long, that baggage. And, you know, I always looked for outside influence because my parents got divorced when I was 10 years old. We moved up here to this town called Newport Richey, you know, shout out Newport Richey. I got there's a few of them probably watching. But, like, we moved up here, man. And then my mom, you know, her biggest drug was codependency. Literally. She could not live without having a dude around. And you know what? I thought my dad was bad. She got with this dude named Michael, and he was a psychopath. Like, literally psychopath. And he would beat my mom senseless. He would shoot at us. Like, he's almost killed me twice. he was the first person, because I just wanted to fit in with somebody because I had daddy issues. You know what I mean? Like, I was looking for that approval. I was looking for the acceptance from a male figure that I didn't have in my life. Like, I was picked on my whole life. So like, I wanted to bond with somebody, and the only way I knew how was he smoked weed. And then it went from weed to we were shooting up coke together at 13 years old. You know what I mean? Like, and then it turned into freaking meth. You know, and then I think the last stint, man, he was beating on my sister, and I ran in and kicked him off of her and kicked him in his face. And from that moment on, he tried to kill me, like literally almost killed me. And I was like, I ain't going back there, man. I am not going back there. So me and my brother lived on the streets. You know, we was like 14 years old, living on the streets, you know, robbing cars and, you know, trying to hang out with the cool kids, you know, trying to fit in, but we didn't belong there. You know, I'm just not that dude. You know, I'm not that hard, you know. I had to admit that I'm not that hard, dude.
Good. Good, brother. Me neither.
Yeah. But I get caught up in these things though, where like, I got Grand Theft Autos and carrying still firearm because I'm hanging out with these people, and I just got wrong place, wrong time. I didn't actually steal the car. The gun I did. Okay, I'll admit that one. But the car I didn't. And then so I was in and out of juvie. Finally, I got sentenced to Pinellas County boot camp. I went to boot camp when I was 15 years old. From there, I went to a boys' village, and before that, I got a girl pregnant, and she had my first daughter, which now she's 23. So in fact, you could do math. That's how old I am. I know you're not good at math. I didn't mean to do that. So, you know, like my troubles, man, I brought all that baggage with me the whole time. And like, I didn't know how to be a normal functioning human being. Like literally, I thought life was just about partying. You know, I remember like me talking to my wife now, not too long ago when I was using, and I was talking to her about using, and she's like, "Do you hear yourself?" She's like, because she's, you know, she grew up a little different than I did. Thank God, or it would never worked out probably. But she's like, "Do you hear yourself? Does that sound normal to you?" And I was like, "Yeah, it does. Why?" And she's like, "It's not normal. Like it's not like to talk and like glorify drugs and like talking about, you know, doing this and that and the other thing, you know, dibble dabbling everywhere. It's just that like I was brought up, it was normalized to me. You know what I mean? Like in my household, we, you know, me, my brother, and my sister, actually my brother, my sister, my mom got scripts, you know, when the whole, you know, opiate. I'm watching Dope Sick just a second ago, by the way, you know, watching it. And I was like, I lived it. You know what I mean? Like we all got like, not me because I knew I'd die. But they got mass amounts of freaking painkillers prescribed by a freaking doctor. So like, that's how like, and like we were living in the same household. So it's a bunch of addicts just going buck wild, you know? But anyway, so I'm not gonna say my whole life was like just straight, you know, craziness. Like sometimes I've had brief stints of okayness, you know, not, you know, too okay, but just okay. You know, where I get like, I bought my first truck, you know, I got a job at 16 because I just couldn't go to school. And most of the reason is I didn't go to school is because nobody buy me clothes to go to school. Like there was no school shopping or buying new kicks and, you know, all that fun stuff that we used to do, you know, that most people do, that normal people do. We didn't get that. You know, my dad would send them money and my stepdad would take it, you know, and he would like send it for clothes and he'd take it. We actually just had a conversation about that. So like I had to get a job and start working because like I needed to make money, you know, wearing the same socks every day doesn't work. You know what I mean? So that's why I have unlimited socks in my sock drawer. And I always say that, bro, because like, it's serious. Like I have so many socks right now because when I was growing up, we only had dirty socks and we had to wash them in the sink. Like,
oh man.
Yeah.
I did that stuff in the cell, brother.
Yeah.
That's some serious shit right there.
Yeah, man.
It
sucks. It literally sucks. It screws with your self-worth. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
it's young.
Yeah. And you know what? They did the best they could. My dad stepdad was a psychopath, though. No, he didn't do the best he could. He was a psychopath. But my mom, she really did the best she could. We were 2 boys and 1 girl holding it down, and she did the best she could. You know, I wish my mom was here today to see how well I'm doing, because you know what? That's one regret I carry. You know, it's not being able to, and I know like how it works, but I still hold that to where like I wish I could have saved her. You know what I mean? From herself. Like we all are. We all need some saving from ourselves. And it just takes that one person to get us out of that. You know what I mean? To make us see a little different perspective. And sometimes, man, we'll never see it. There's some people that may never see it, but I wish I could have been at least something. You know what I mean? A glimmer of hope, you know, like I am today, you know. But life is life, you know, and you can't regret. So, you know, growing up, man, we went through the pill mills and stuff. You know, we went to the ecstasy days. We went to the raves, you know, ecstasy, you know, that's just what we did. We're doing ketamine, you know, that was fun for me. Growing up, that's what we did from 16 to like 22. You know, that's all we did. Rave parties, eating ecstasy, and it was the love drug, you know, and I thought that was fun. But it was like it was never enough. I wanted to stay up for days and days and do it, you know? And I didn't realize that it was an addiction. You know, I didn't think of it as an addiction. It was fun, you know? Just like everything else is fun until it wasn't. But after that subsided, you know, like we got into I started a business when I was like 21, and opiates, man, we got really hard on opiates, you know, like I fell 2 stories, got on some Lortabs. They gave me like 60 of them for a sprained ankle. And I was off to the races after that. And the next thing you know, it's like, oh, I got these. And the next thing you know, the Roxy era and then the Oxys. And dude, it was just, and then after that, man, it's just like you're hooked and there's like no return, you know, you're hooked. You're a slave, you know. And I posted something earlier, man. It says, you know, and this is such controversial, dude. And like, it is what it is. But they say, you know, it says the addiction is disease, and so the dude's like, blah, blah, blah. It's cancer and AIDS is. Addiction's not, it's a choice. Well, it's a choice till it's not. You know what I mean? It was my choice to use it. But when you start at a young age, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's a choice, but you can't consent under 18 anyways. You can't. And it's just what it is. But then like after that, man, you're a slave to it, man. Like you have to have it. It is your master, like literally. And I didn't know how to navigate life. I'm running a business, man. I think I am. I freaking going down deep, bro. We lose the business because the 2008 crash. Everything goes to crap, man. I start smoking dope, man. We start smoking crack. We start going, I mean, we go down. And it went down. I mean, after we lost the business, everything got shut off. I lived in a freaking, pretty much like my house became a foreclosure almost. Like the electricity got turned off. There's trash building up there. It was horrible, man. It's something I'm not proud of, but it's the truth. It's my truth. And I have to like own my shit. Like there's a long time, dude, where I wouldn't own it because I was so just shame and guilt ruled my life. Like I was so ashamed of the person that I was and who I became. And like, I always was afraid of judgment from others. And like, I still carried that till the day the Hope Shot was made. And I'm going to get to that. So I, you know, I started smoking crack. We started getting, and then I'm with this chick, man. We were together from 18 until 26, bro. And we were together forever. And we were using the buddies together. And it was a toxic relationship. And then it just kept, and it was just such a toxic relationship. She's doing well now. And so am I. So it's good. It's a good thing. But you know, she was always, you know, saying I was shooting up and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, I'm not. And I wasn't. And then I was like, you know what? Fine. If you're going to accuse me of it, I'm going to show you. You know what I mean? That show you attitude got me freaking caught up in another whole ball game right there. Because like after you start with the IV using, dude, you're a slave to it. Like I said, it's a choice till it wasn't. And it's like, that's all you want to do. It doesn't matter what it is. Everything has to go in that thing. And you'll try anything. You know what I mean? No holds barred.
Wow.
Yeah. And I did that. You know, there's multiple times, dude, where like I'd fall asleep. And like, I remember one time, man, I passed out in my car after smoking. and I was high all day. And I woke up and it was like, dude, it don't get cold here in Florida, but it was like one of those cold days. And I woke up in my car frozen. I don't know what woke me up, man. I probably shouldn't have woken up, but like I was frozen solid. Like literally I had to go defrost. And it was bad. And that scared me. And then another time I found this guy that I was trying to go get caught from. I found him dead. That scared the shit out of me. And I went and checked myself into a rehab in Houston, Texas, because it was free.
Houston.
And, yeah. And I did something I never done before. And it was like, dude, they did, Bible studies and praise and worship 3 times a day. And I've never grown up on that side of the fence. So I was like, you know what? I'll try it. My friend's there. Why not try it? I stayed there for 6 months. I did clean up, man. There's, how you have brief stints of cleaning up,
Yep.
Just, but you never really clean up the inside, the baggage.
Yeah, bro. You speaking my story over here. Straight up. Hey, I want to tell you something. This morning we talked about some choices on a live.
Yeah.
And you brought that up, man. That was crazy. I like that.
I want to talk about it tomorrow on our live, man.
There you go, man. Ain't that weird?
Important. So, yeah, man, I checked myself. I stayed there for 6 months. I cleaned up. I came back to a same toxic relationship, man. Nothing's changed. You know what I mean? So I try to, do everything that I used to do, go back to that old life with nothing to go back to but toxicness. So it wasn't before long. Then that run after that, man, I had a run. I came back to Newport because I moved over to Orlando to live with the girlfriend we had a toxic relationship. And I moved back to Newport Richie to live with my mom. And it was hell, man. We put everybody through the ringer. I was robbing, stealing. I was robbing Home Depots, Walmarts. I was the klepto, bro. I would steal from Walmart. That was how I made my money. It was like I had like a little business doing it. It was ridiculous. I don't know, but that's pretty much all my charges are like grand thefts or petty thefts. I never was a violent person. Like I said, I'm not that hard. You know what I mean? But I got arrested twice in 2011. I got arrested 1 month apart. It was August and then September. Man, I weighed 130 pounds soaking wet. I'm at 210 right now. You know what I mean? Like I weighed 130 pounds soaking wet, dude. I looked like death, like literally death. It was horrible. And I didn't looking at myself, I didn't realize I looked like that until I look back on that. You can't see what you don't see in yourself. That's why other people have to like call us out on our bullshit. That's why other people have to tell us, hey, you're doing a good job. We need affirmations just as much as we need criticism. And like, we can't see it in ourselves. That's why I say celebrations are so important because like, that's a time that we get affirmations of, hey, you're doing a good job. You know what I mean? We're going to celebrate you for the clean time you got or the sobriety time or whatever you want to call it, man. Recovery is recovery.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what it looks like. It's all the same. We're all recovering together. And that's one good thing that we have in common is recovery is a lifestyle. You know what I mean? So 2011, man, I got drug court for the second time. I did drug court. I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to be a junkie anymore. The things that make you homeless. I'm going to go over to alcohol and go to bars. And I try to change my life into something else. But guess what? I bring myself with me. The behaviors are there. I'm drinking like a fish. I just posted a 10-year challenge of me with a beer box on my head. Literally, that was my life, was partying. I was a joke. My life was a joke. And yeah, and it didn't take long before I wound up in the pills. I've been with my wife now. We've been together since 2012 was right after that beer box incident, but she didn't know my past. She didn't know who I was. She was just like, oh, it's the funny guy from the bar. And like her friends loved me. And I was just like the life of the party, but deep down, I'm just a mess and I'm insecure. I'm just a scared little kid, and so I we had our relationship and it wasn't all, we had a baby together. We're trying to do good. I wasn't doing anything like crazy. I was just drinking, but I was drinking all the time, going out to bars, going out, just every day drinking. You know, it doesn't matter what the substance is. I'm going to abuse it. I'll abuse food if you let me. And I do, because I need to lose some weight, man, but don't tell anybody. So, you know, I was at a party. It was October. It was a Halloween party, and I'm drunk as shit. I'm doing dumb stuff, man. I'm doing like Molly and stuff on the side. You know, I'm starting to get back into the swing of things, you know? I was like, I only could stand off for so long before the act mentality keeps, you know, wants me to do more, wants me to do harder stuff. So we go, I break my leg at this party, just saying what's up to my boy. I'm like, hey, I roll my ankle, broke my freaking leg, and tore major ligaments and tendons in my leg. Like literally my toe was like this, my big toe, for like, I don't know, for a while, but I had to be put in a boot, and they gave me pain pills. And it was off to the races because I had to get back to work. You know, I started a business and that I own today, actually. I started a business 2014, and it wasn't really a business until like not too long ago. But I got back on pain pills, and then I had to go back to work, and I had to freaking manage, and it just became a shit show. And then everything just went out of control, and it was chaos. And my wife was going to leave me. She wasn't my wife at the time. She was my girlfriend. She was going to leave me. We had another kid. So many things happened, and I'm just trying to fast forward a little bit because I know we're getting there. But
you're good, bro.
Yeah,
you're good.
There's a lot. Yeah. So, you know, I tried to do a recovery a few times, man. I'd get like the white key tag, you know, or whatever, the 12-step fellowship. I go in there, get the white chip, key tag, whatever. And then like I try to dose myself down on Suboxone, right? And then like I dose it down, I'm doing good, month in, you know, and then like I start feeling the Suboxone, and then I go right back up, and then boom, crack my head, and then I'm back to the races, you know. So it was 2017 at the end. I was still doing dumb stuff. I was doing business not the proper way, right? This dude called the state of Florida on me for doing stuff without a license. Well, I had a license on there, but it was somebody else's. And I guess you can't do certain things. So the license that was on there was not mine. It was somebody else's, and I was doing it wrong. And this dude called the state of Florida on me, and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with my life? I only know how to do drywall. I've been doing it for like, dude, I've been doing drywall for over 20 years. You know, I do repair work and stuff. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was freaking out. And I was like, I'm never, and this is one thing he told me. He's like, you're a felon. You'll never get a contractor's license ever. You're a felon. You'll never be anything. And I almost believed him. But I didn't. And I was like, well, you know what? What the hell else am I going to do? I need to go for it. So I got the books. I got the books to study for the for the contractor's test. And I studied, drunk half the time, probably high half the time, but I studied. And I passed. January 1st, I took that test and I passed. It was business and finance, and then it was trade knowledge. And I passed both tests. It was 2 days. And from that moment on, bro, like you have to turn an application, put all your arrest records and this, that, and the other thing, fingerprints, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much all your dirty laundry on there, and hopefully somebody gives you a chance. So I'm like, this is it. Everything this dude said is about to come to fruition. They're not going to accept me. I'm screwed. What else am I going to do with my life? I'm going to have to go work for somebody. I can't, you know, all these things, man, going through my head. It was like, it's that hamster wheel of just insanity over and over, and like so I'm pilling myself out. I'm drinking myself stupid. She's going to leave me. Until I got that letter that says you're approved. Somebody gave me an opportunity. Somebody gave me a chance. They saw all my flaws, all the crap. I had to put in a list for them. You know, they probably see my 130-pound Smeagol freaking mugshot, you know, and they're, yeah, I look like Smeek, dude. I'm telling you,
I've seen it. That's
seen
why
it.
I'm laughing.
Smeagol, bro. Like, and somebody's called me that. Like, literally, this chick called me that. And
I used to call one of my boys that. He didn't like it, so I stopped.
Yeah, well, because I mean, it's true. You look like it, but I look like it. Like, and I was like, no, I'm good looking. You know, I was a freaking mess. But you know, they accepted me. They approved me. This is my last opportunity to change my life. So I made a plan. I called people that I knew that were in recovery, and I said, look, dude, I need a change, man. This is the only shot I have. This is what I have to do. All right, so this is my plan. I checked myself in the outpatient Baycare down here. I don't know if you guys have it up there, but it's an outpatient treatment to where you can go to, like, the more accountability you have when you first get in recovery, the better off you're going to be, period. Because me by myself, I'm screwed. You know what I mean? I need as many people behind me, many people in my corner, many institutions, many. Turn the lights off on you, bro?
Yeah, did that on me, man.
So they give you piss tests, you do weekly classes, So I did that for, I don't know, I forgot what it was, six weeks, I think, or 9 weeks. I don't think it was 6. 6 weeks I did that, and I went to meetings every single day. I went to 90 and 90. I did everything, man. Everything possible I did, because I don't know why it took that to finally let me see the light, but it doesn't matter what it takes. Run with it, you know? My kids couldn't do it for me. My wife couldn't do it for me. My dad couldn't do it. It didn't matter what it was. It was until I was ready. I decided this is not how it's going to end. And you know what it all comes back to, man? Being accepted. We need a little bit more acceptance, man. You know what I mean? Like, when we have a criminal record, sometimes it's a life sentence. And like, this is why we're going to keep going with this, because we want to do something about that, man. Because you know what? It shouldn't be a life sentence. We paid our debt to society. We've changed as human beings if they actually get to know us and stop taking our crap and run it wild, you know, and put it out there. Which I'll get to that in a second about that. So
Keep spitting that fire, bro. I'm a 11-time felon, man. I know what you're talking about. I got the marks on my back.
Exactly.
I feel you, brother. Keep going, man. Keep going. I'm feeling this. I love it.
And you know, and it's so true, man. Like, we just need a little more acceptance in this world, man. A little bit more compassion, dude. And I think we'd be better as a society, instead of complaining on a post that I made about Martha or Betty White going like this and saying it's Satan, it's this, it's that. I'm like, are you serious? This is what your life is right now? Like, you know, it boggles my mind, by the way. Anyway, so, you know, I get in the recovery, man. I'm going, dude. We're getting life back. You know, me and my wife, like, we had to have a serious conversation, because we're you know what I was so scared of too, man? We're so used to a certain lifestyle that, like, I was afraid she was gonna leave me because it's not gonna be fun anymore. You know what I mean? Like, there's all the fun's gone. Fun Justin's gone. That's how she met me. Oh, Justin, he's a fun guy, and he's the life of the party. Well, what happens when you take the fun away? But listen, I'm still fun, just let you know.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. But, like, I was afraid of that. So, like, and that's kept me, like, not, I mean, there's other reasons, but any excuse we could use, you know what I mean? And it was, so she, you know, she was just a drinker, you know, she wasn't like a huge drinker, but we all have our issues, right? And so we had to sit down and have a really deep conversation about, like, what are we gonna do? Like, listen, I'm going this way. This is the way we have to go. Like, I can't live this. I'm gonna die for one thing, but I can't live like this anymore. So what do you want to do? We suck at communication. We didn't have nothing. Our relationship was garbage. Like, literally, we didn't have one. So, like, there's a lot of building that had to be done. And like literally, recovery laid the foundation, and I started building on top of that. Relationships, friends, all of it. You know what I mean? It's stacking. And you keep building. But once you try to think that you got it and you can figure it out and you got everything, you're going right back down, man. That's why that solid foundation, man, getting you a solid people behind you, man, that you can call at any minute of the day. It's going to call you out on your bullshit. Anyway, so me and my wife, you know, we have grown as individuals, for one thing, because of because of what I've done, she has grown. You know what I mean? Like, it is a ripple effect that happens when you get in recovery. It goes out into your whole life, because I figured out that I was the problem the whole time. Like, as soon as I figured out that I was the problem and not everybody else, that's when things started to change, and everything changed around me. You know what I mean? Like, I have to see my part in everything I do. We started going in business, man. We started doing new things. I learned a bunch of new stuff. Dude, you can learn things in recovery, bro, like that you've never done before, and you probably going to be good at it, because us people with that brain, we can do anything that we put our minds to.
Boom.
Anything. And I have proof of that. I have proof.
We are proof of that.
That's right. We're sitting here on a Saturday night, bro. You know, speaking hope
and not smoking dope.
Yeah. In my closet, bro.
In the basement.
With a candle.
And a torch.
Yeah.
We've been there.
We started doing business, man, and I started going to like B&I's, we started trying to grow the business, and we grew it pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, I actually finally was able to become a business owner. Before, I was just a self-employed schmuck. You know what I mean? And so we started growing the business. I started making relationships with people. I started putting myself out there more. And let's see, it was 2020 when the pandemic hit. We started this thing. It's called The Hub, and we started doing business, man. And we were all like, just collaborate, man. Just the same way we're doing here, just in the business sense, home builders, and then like all of us would come together, man. And it's a tight group, and I freaking love the people. And we would like just throw ideas off each other, you know what I mean? And like, hey, what do you think about this? And like, we get criticism and marketing tips and this, that, and the other thing. Well, we started doing really well, end of 2020, I'm gung-ho on business. I put my recovery on the back burner. I got this. I got this diploma. You didn't see my diploma. It's up in a frame on the wall. Because I thought I had it. I was miserable, stressed, miserable. We get our life back. We get, things, we got some money in the bank, we got some weight on us, we think we got it. I was miserable. Well, some dudes started attacking me mostly, but I also have my buddy, my best friend, James, I grew up with since we were 14, that we've done a lot of running together, that are both in recovery now too, by the way. He started putting our mug shots out there because they're trying to discredit these other people that were, doing things, because they got outs of this group that we're in. And they put my mugshot out there, bro. And I was like, and this is the reason for the hope shot right here. Okay. They put my mugshot out there. I was that scared little boy again, that dude that had shame and guilt. I hold that stuff all the way up to there until this year, 2021 is when we started the hope shot. I was like, man, you're not going to use it against me. You're not going to discredit what I've done in my life. You're not going to hold it. It doesn't hold any weight. Even though it did a little bit, I couldn't let him know that. I had to freaking stand tall and be like, yo, you're not going to use this crap against me. I'm not that dude. You know what I mean? And so I started doing YouTube videos, man. I started putting stories of success, man. Addiction to success is what we run. And like, I had to really think when I was in business, man. I had to really think. I had a sponsor tell me one time, if you didn't go anywhere else, are you successful right now? Well, yes, because I'm not shooting dope. I'm not disappointing my kids. You know what I mean? My kids look up to me. You know what I mean? My friends trust me. My dad respects me. You know what I mean? That's success, not money, not property, not anything that's toys. I don't care. You know what I mean? And so that's why we did that. So I ran it, and this is what the Hope Shot became. And they stopped talking. They made groups about it. And I was just steady. You're not gonna, you know what I mean? And it ceased because I didn't let them bring me down. I didn't let them win. I didn't sit there and freaking back down because I was ashamed. You know what I So the Hope Shot, man, it's been such a good thing for me. I would never be doing this in my life. Talking on live on Facebook about my problems, about my junk, about my baggage, about my all my junkieism, my homelessness, I would never have done that before. This thing has brought so much out of me. This made me grow as a human being. You know what I mean? Just it helped me get out of myself and love myself a little bit more every day. And like, I'm still a work in progress, dude. Sometimes I looked at that dude in the mirror and said, you're good for nothing. You know what I mean? Like the stupid things that we tell ourselves. And this year hasn't been hard. It's been hard. My wife had cancer. She got cancer in February. She had to go through chemo. She had ovarian cancer, had a tumor, had to have surgery. She had to do chemo. I had to back down in business. I had to redirect everything, still running the Hope Shot, still going live, still going strong, because it's important, it's important to me, and we make time for things that are important, that's why I'm glad, I'm not saying cancer, was a great thing. It happened. It is what it is, but it really, this year has put last year was business, blah, 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 blah. This year has been about growth, growth as humans, as calming down, as not letting the money influence me. It's not always about money. Money doesn't buy happiness. I don't give a crap. Look at all, and as I'm watching this dope sick thing, bro, it makes me sick that their drug is money, that's a lot of people in this world. That's a drug. Money is a drug too, and you want more and more and more, and it's the more factor. I'm coming up on 4 years, man. I have a really simple life, man, and I enjoy the crap out of it. I try not to work that hard anymore. I try to focus. I try to make a bunch of money. It doesn't work. I just rather be stress-free, happy, and free. So thanks for letting me share, dude.
Bro, you killed it. You killed it, man.
It's my story, bro.
You just drop it on me like that? I got you, though, man.
I feel good, man. I didn't overthink it,
Yeah, no, you don't have to. That's the thing about this, man. We let go and let God. That's what's up, man. I mean, seriously, the whole page that you've started, it is what it is, man. You can obviously see that you're supposed to be doing what you're doing. Sometimes it takes maybe someone to put a little chip on our shoulder to get us to get out of our comfort zone so we can go and we can go and follow God's purpose. So we can start to learn and grow. Man, everything that you said, brother, spoke to my soul. I ain't playing either. I got people on the comments right now saying, we were just talking about that this morning. We were just talking about that this morning. I mean, this is the stuff, people, that I talk about daily. That Justin's coming on here it's just reassuring what we talk about. The choices that we make. Mm-hmm. Then we continue to make those choices. Those choices don't become choices anymore. We become slaves to that shit. We do. We become slaves to it. I was a slave to it. Justin was a slave to it. What happens is we get blessed with the gift of desperation. And sometimes we get, some lessons and some mistakes made along the way. But normally, somebody coming in and giving us a little sprinkle of hope so we could see that someone else did it too. Like you said, brother, I mean, I could go through here. You blamed your dad for everything. Mm-hmm. So did I, man. And guess what? When I made amends to my father, same thing. He did the best he could with what he had. Lucky. Same thing with my mother. They did the best they could with what they had. I cannot change the past and how I grew up. I wasn't washing my socks in the sink, but I was poor. I didn't have a lot. I was ashamed. I know how it is to not be able to get your license when you're 16 years old when everybody else gets theirs because your dad can't. He ain't buying it. Because your dad is doing what your dad does. You don't even know. You're just ashamed. You just want to lie to everybody all the time.
I want to say that, my dad, when my mom left my dad, he did get sober. But I never wanted to listen to him about recovery because I never wanted to be like him. And it's sad because I should, because he found recovery. But he's been sober 29 years now.
Congratulations to your dad, man. That's huge.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you on coming up on 4 years.
Yep.
Congratulations on over 3. Every day is a miracle. I like what you said about that too. We need to celebrate. We do. We need to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
If there's someone on this live right now that just made a decision that, hey, I want to change my life, we need to celebrate that. That's a decision. And then we need to support it.
It's the most important person. It's the most important person in this chat.
That's right.
That's just starting.
That's right. That's right. Y'all, if you're in there, comment and let's see it. If you're in there, comment and let's see it, because you are the most important person on this whole live right now. If you decide that you want to change your life and you want to move forward on a different road or a different path, and there's people here on, Justin's here, I'm here, there's a bunch of people all in the comments here that have walked this walk for a couple days in a row, and we're willing to help you find your way on this path too. And that's the beauty of it, because people helped us. They reached their hand out when they made it there. When they make it to recovery, people reach their hand down to pull us out. Ain't nobody charged me for that. So I don't charge people for it either. And most people I know don't charge people to help them in a system and to give them suggestions. Like, for real, man, I say this every morning. I can't change for you. Justin can't change for you. We can just provide you maybe with a little bit of hope and encouragement. Maybe build up that courage, right? You talked about that, man. We're so scared, especially to change our lives. Like, we're tough as hell, right?
I ain't that hard, bro.
I thought I was tough. You weren't.
I wasn't that hard, bro. You know,
I thought I was tough, man, but I
was
wasn't.
too.
I flipped the switch though, and I talk about that sometimes because I wasn't like that. I turned myself into that because so many people did me dirty, and I was like, all right, I'm done getting stepped on. Choop. Flipped the switch, turned into, a monster, pretty much. I turned myself into that, and then when I'm in recovery, I look back and I'm like, wait a second, that ain't what I was. I turned myself into that, and then when I realized, hey, I turned myself into that monster, I think with someone else's help and the guidance of God and surrendering to the recovery program and a sponsor and stuff like that, I think I might be able to change. And what happened was I just put my head down. I started to do what other people told me to do.
And it's surrendering to the fact that I don't know it all. I am not.
Hell no.
I think I know it all. I think I know what to do, but I have to let all that crap go. I have to let it all go. I don't know shit. I'm dumb. I need to be dumb, And that's like, you just have to, because there's some people know. All I know is how to get high. If somebody want to know how to get high, they'll come to me. But if somebody wants to know how to get recovery, I'm gonna go to the person that knows that has recovery, that's been there for a minute, because it's just one day at a time. But it's a combination of those days that line up. You know what I mean? That's like with the smoking thing, dude. Like, I'm doing this vape thing, but dude, it's hard even with that, man. I'm a bad smoker. I'm an addict by trait, and like one day at a time, I have to keep my eyes on. One day, I'm not gonna smoke today. Today, I'm not going to smoke a cigarette. I haven't even hit a cigarette. I hit this thing like it's going out of style, but eventually I have a plan to quit that too. But little baby steps, man, baby steps.
That's
the big
right.
ones.
That's right. Amanda, she says she wants us to pray for her. So I'm assuming that Amanda, I know Amanda. I do. She's reached out to the page a few times. Amanda is, I'm very proud of Amanda. Amanda is a survivor, and she's definitely going through some stuff right now, and we're here to support you, Amanda. We appreciate you showing up today. We know that life is not always rainbows and butterflies. We know that, but we also know that giving up shouldn't be in the cards for any of us. We have a support network. There's 44 people on this live right now. And I know, and I'm pretty confident that all 44 of these people are here to support you, Amanda, and to help you. Ladies, reach out to Amanda. Please send her a message. Let's love Amanda up today. Let's show her some love, because that's what this is about, man. We're out here spreading hope. We choose to love one another today. We didn't choose that before. We didn't choose that. For real.
We didn't know how to love. You know? We know how to love ourselves. That's why I love what they say. They say, we're going to love you too. You learn how to love yourself. You know what I mean?
It's true.
We don't know how to love, man.
And what's funny is when we first get in there, all the little things that are said is just one day at a time. Keep your head down. Do the next right thing. You know, 11 years later, I'm still talking about it. but early on, I was like, yeah, they say that shit.
Yeah. You're like, I don't know. Shut up with those cliches, man. But it's true.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
One of the things that stuck with me when I was, someone carried the message into the prison I was at when I changed my life. I was in a treatment center, and a guy came back there and he said, man, and I had stayed sober for 5 months before that. And then I went through a breakup and I relapsed. And it's kind of like you said, what did it say? Hold on. I'll show you.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I did. I'll show you. Right.
Yeah.
And I went to prison for 3 years. And then I didn't draw a sober breath in there until I ended up in a treatment center in there. So it was a mess.
Yeah, I show you, man. Now you just showed your ass, and now you're just.
Yeah, I did.
You know,
yep.
The ego, man. That's that trying to show people when you don't have to. Like, just let it be. It is what it is, you know. But it's the only person that's gonna be messed up from it is you. You know, nothing happens from it. You know,
it's true. We let people rent space in our head, man. We do. We let people, places, and things that we ain't got no control. I mean, rent some good space in our head too, huh?
Hotels, bro.
I mean, I ain't talking about
Taj Mahal.
No, not just the corner smoking a crack pipe in the closet. Man, they renting the whole lot, bro. They got the whole mansion up there.
Yeah, man. No, they really do. Listen, I let people rent space in my head. That's why I'm saying, like, engulfed in fear. Like, rent space in my head for so long. Those people are living their happy lives. And you're over here still in that scenario. And just the dumb scenarios we come up with, man. And like living that day over and over for what people have done to you, when you could just like forgive and move on. You know, forgive and move on. Because you know what? The forgiveness ain't for them. It's for us. It's for us.
That's right.
You know, gives us grace.
What's up, Melissa? Melissa said you guys are the bomb. I had to throw that up there.
Hey, Melissa, what's up?
That's right. What's up, Melissa? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Yeah, you got a lot of comments on here. We got some stuff. You'll have to go back through. We're at 52 minutes right now. Cool. But that's cool. I mean, we can still, I'm going to go through. If I see a comment on, I'm going to pull it up.
Yeah, man.
With the question. If you guys got a question for Justin right now, we got a few minutes. I will put a few questions up and we will try to answer as many as we can. Because it is important. It is.
And if you guys like, I mean, if anybody wants to reach out later on, man, the Hope Shot, look for the Hope Shot. You guys can message. I'm pretty active on it. You know what I mean? We have a whole team, man. I have just an awesome crew, man. That's what you need to do. Like when you get first in recovery, get yourself an awesome crew that you can know, like, and trust. That's what you have to do. Those people will be the best things that ever happened to you in your existence. And you'll figure out what true friendship is. People that have your back, that will freaking be there for you. And you're like, what do they want? You know what I mean? Like I had to really, like when I first got in here, bro, it's like people would like do stuff for me. And I'm like, they want something. They have to, man. Like those trust issues that we carry. Like we were talking about vulnerability the other day, Wednesday, because, we were winging it. We had to talk about vulnerability. Well, those walls we put up, man, don't let anybody in, man. Fuck these people. You've been dirty and da-da-da. Like, we got to start letting those things down, man, letting people in because we have to heal us. Those people will heal us. I mean, be careful, some of them, might not have a best interest at heart, but most of them do. Most of them do. A lot of them, That's where I found out where true friendship was, From the people that have my back, that are there for me, there for my wife and me while we're going through cancer, that bring us food, that watch our kids. While she was going through chemo, man, it was rough. And they'd pick my kids up and spend time with them. We had people every time to pick my kids up and spend time with them so I can keep working, so I can keep doing stuff. People that would bring Tiffany to the treatment to get the pump off. And dude, literally blown away by friendships these days, especially this year, because people will show up when you're at your hardest time in your life. And that's what true friendship is about.
Let's go right here. We got a question. This is my brother-in-law, right? This is my brother-in-law. He's down in Lake Charles, Louisiana, right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in Florida. I just went, I think I went to, I don't know how it goes for each state, but the state of Florida, state license, you can be state licensed, you can be county licensed. I got state license to where I can go and register with any county and be a drywall contractor. I could do steel framing. I could do drywall. I could do acoustical ceilings. I could do commercial work, but I just do repair work. It's just so you can advertise in certain counties. They're really strict and you can get thousands of dollars in fines. But I just looked up on the thing for the books, figured out what I had to do, took the exam. It costs like, $3,000 or $4,000, but it's worth it, man. I have that behind my belt. And you know what? I didn't even have my GED. I just went back this Friday, man, and take my GED pretest because I want to go get my GED. I don't know where my future holds, but I don't know if it's drywall. I don't know if it's, maybe I want to take a couple courses. I like video editing. I learned that in recovery. I learned how to do Venetian plaster in recovery, like doing decorative stuff. Like I learned all this stuff when I hit recovery. I've grown more in 3.5 years than I have my whole life.
Oh.
It's insane. And I thought I had to catch up too, catch up with life. I'm a homeowner. Go figure. This guy was homeless, It's
That's
insane.
right, man.
It's insane, man.
Me
literally.
too. I'm a homeowner too. I was homeless. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I like that. I like it.
Yeah.
I've been in a few homes.
Yeah, they can't kick me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was crazy, man, is I had to get when I went to go get my first house, they told me I had a restitution deal. A window got busted in a bar fight. I got charged, I'm sure I did it. I just was in a blackout and don't remember and ran. But they got me for it. And what happened was years later, I'm trying to buy a house. And they're like, you can't buy this house. You got to pay this off. I'm like, I paid that off. So I gave them the receipt. They let me in the house. I'm trying to go to my next house. Same mortgage company. How come Washington County has this on you? You need to go to the courthouse. They're saying you didn't pay it. I went down there. They said, you got to go to the bar and get the dude to sign off on the paper. You paid it, but he has to sign it. I'm like, I have to do that? I'm like, he had a no contact order on me. Man, I busted a window in his bar 15 years ago or whatever it was. I called that, bro. I got his number. I called the bar. I called him and I met him, and he actually met me on New Year's Day. And when I went down there, I told him that I was sorry. And he said, man, it's all right. I got out of St. Cloud prison in 1980, whatever. Whenever he got out as a young man, he went in and he never drank again. And he's a bar owner. He's actually, he's a good dude, and straight up made amends. And he signed my paper, and now I'm in my other house.
Hey, that's cool.
But that's in recovery. In recovery still, like things happen in recovery, people. We make mistakes in our past. We got felonies, some of us. We might be doing good and doing everything to the T, and that might come up. And you know what? It can devastate the shit out of us.
One pebble, bro.
Yep.
One pebble.
It can throw you off. So if you're not practicing your recovery principles daily, when something like this happens, you might go back to your old survival skills. That's why we preach consistency. It's just like recovery is like business. And that's why Justin is successful at business, because he's took his recovery mindset and put it towards the business as far as being consistent, preparing, and following direction. Bam, 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 bam. One foot in front of the other.
Being true to your word.
Yes.
Being true to your word. Do
Honest
what
with
you say what
ourselves.
you're gonna do, man, because like consistency is key. But just doing what you're supposed to do, and the next right thing, you know. And I'm gonna tell you this though, man. I struggled with the God word, you know. I struggled with it, you know. And when I first got in here, so this whole higher power thing, it was hard for me. And I don't know if anybody's watching it, like, you know, you might struggle with it too, you know. I did too. But it's a good orderly direction. That's it. You know what I mean? If you struggle with it, good orderly direction. The people around you, man. That's how God speaks to us, man, through people. And that's what I run with. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for fireworks or freaking, you know, this face to come out of the clouds and smack me or something, you know? And it was really hard for me to grasp that, man. Higher power is whatever you want it to be, you know?
We got another question for you.
That would help you. What, coping skills? Oh man, I relied on my peoples. My peoples. I was insane. I was literally insane. I look back, man. I'm like, man, I've calmed down a lot because like I'm still like that. You know, I was like, dude, I'm telling you, this is the year of growth. But at the beginning of this year, I was the tweak, man. I'm the tweak. I'm a tweaker. You know, it's just who I am. I had to rely on people that might have my best interests at heart, and they would help me through every situation. I would run things past them that I know, like, and trust, and run it past them before I made any big decisions, because you know what? I got stinking thinking, you know? And when things didn't go my way, I hit meetings, you know, 12-step fellowships. They saved my butt, man, you know, and I would go anytime I had any issues, you know, and, that was key, man. People will save your butt when it's on fire, you know? So, yeah.
Amen. What do we got? Hold on. We got one more, I know. I got another question on here. I seen it. Thought I seen one.
Uh-oh. You going blind, bro?
I seen one. I just kind of... Hold on. There it is. This was it.
What did Justin do to restore his relationship? We are really trying to do that now. 4 years in a relationship and recovery. Are you talking? Okay, so I'm thinking it's a relationship with girl and boy for a relationship. Like, okay. So it's pretty much communication. You know, we didn't know how to communicate with each other. And I'm telling you right now, I have the most healthy relationship I've ever had in my life with my wife. We communicate. I have to look at my part in every little detail. Like, I'm a schmuck. I'm that dude that's always angry. You know, I was angry for a long time, angry all the time. She's opposite of me, you know, she's very sweet and subtle, you know, and she doesn't care to fight with you. She'll just internalize stuff. Well, we had to talk, man. We had to have, I call it come to Jesus moments, you know. We had to go sit down and be like, look, you know, I don't like this about you. And she'd be like, I don't like this about you. And we had to actually work on it. You know, two people working on each other, not trying to get the other one to fill up their cup. No, dude, I love the cup deal. I love the analogies of cups, you know, filling up your cup, begging her to fill up my cup. And she's begging me to fill up her cup. Instead, I'm filling my own cup. She's filling her own cup. I'm not screwing with her stuff. She's not screwing my stuff. If I need to do recovery, she lets me do it. She doesn't say, no, you need to stay home. No, she lets me go handle business. Because it's exactly as if I don't do that, everything else is shit. And when she needs to do what she needs to do, like, we don't screw with each other. You know what I mean? We don't get jealous. And when stuff like that, we talk about it. Like when we have those stupid dreams, you know, those stupid cheating dreams, because we're so used to cheating dreams, you know, like we talk about it with each other. Talking is the most... It could change your whole life if you just talked about it. Let it out. Get it out there. I don't give a crap who's going to judge you. If you're with the right person, that person's not going to judge you because they love you for who you are. And that's what it takes. It takes two people come together that want to work on each other, or on themselves, and then bringing it together and be able to talk about whatever it is without feeling dumb, you know? Took a long time, by the way. Didn't happen overnight. You know, we got married. We got married in our wedding date is 02/02/2020. So it's front and back. It's an infinity sign. So we got married on that date because like we did the work, you know, in all aspects. So
That's what's
hope
up,
that helped.
man.
Hope that helped.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
man. I appreciate you coming on and telling your story. I did want to say this before we left, man. Man, bro, your mom's proud of you, man. For real. Your mom's looking down on you. Your mother is looking down on you, and she is proud of you, man.
thanks.
And you're making a living amends by what you're doing, right? We don't see, for someone like myself, we don't see the destruction that we put out into the world. And what you're doing is you're putting hope out in the world after your old life of destroy, right? You're putting all that negative stuff out into the world. Now you're putting positive things in the world. Yeah, we make some mistakes in our past, but I know your mom's looking down on you, brother, and she's smiling. She's smiling for real.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, man. I wrote that down because that part in your journey, you know, I lost my dad when I was in recovery. I got to make amends to him. He was, you know, did the best he could with what he had. He died of lung cancer, but because of recovery, I was able to take care of my father. I was able to fly my family down there. Friends in my life that helped me raise some money real quick to get the family down there to see my dad before he passed. And I was able to be there for him, like literally for weeks on end.
That's that friends, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's the things we accumulate, man. That's wealth right there. That's
It
wealth.
is. You can't put a price tag on that.
That's
and
wealth.
Guess what, people? Justin said it, and I'm going to say it again. It don't happen overnight.
Nope.
When we make a decision to change our lives, when we ask God to come in and help us, he don't just show up and start slapping us around and bring us to treatment. We got to do this stuff on our own. We have to start talking to people. We have to start looking for what he's telling us to do through the people he puts in our lives. You said it, man. People. God works through people. I say, if you don't think that God is real, talk to someone in recovery.
Mm-hmm.
You might not be able to see the wind, but you know the wind's moving by what it does to the trees and the solid structures. So you know that when God's moving, when he moves through his people, man. That's how that's a good way to look at it.
I love it. I love that. Analogies, man. I love analogies.
Yeah, they help.
They do, man. Sometimes we don't.
What I would like to do is let you kind of just shout out and I'll let you say some farewells, and then we'll pull you off, and then I'll say goodbye to everybody. We've been going for an hour and 7 minutes.
Yo, I just, man, I appreciate you, man. And, it's awesome, man, to be able to share recovery, man. And what are you in Minnesota?
Yeah.
Minnesota.
I'm going to be down there with you. Hey, I'm coming. Don't tell my kids, but I'm coming to Disney World.
It'd be weird if I did, you know what I mean?
I might come see you if you're around that area.
Yeah, I'm in Tampa, man. I'm just north of Tampa, man. Just holler at me when you're down here, dude. Yeah, we could do lunch or something. That'd be cool, man. You know?
Yeah, that'd be what's up.
But yeah, dude, we're gonna get you on the Hope Shot, man. Maybe you come on. We'll talk after this, dude. But I just want to thank everybody out there for listening to me and my story, and hopefully it gave you a little bit of hope, man, because that's what we're here to do: spread hope and inspiration, man. And thank y'all. I love y'all. Good night.
All right, brother. Peace.
See you, man.
All right, everybody. What a great Saturday night. We had our guy on, Justin from the Hope Shot, not the Hope Shop, the Hope Shot, like a shot, right? Like the shot we know about. Straight up, the Hope Shot. Go check out his page. The link's in the comments below. I've seen people posting it. I appreciate that. Let's go support Justin and his platforms, because he's doing the same thing. He's spreading hope to people who need to hear it. He's got a digital page with a podcast where he has people coming on. I'm gonna come on to that thing too. It's gonna be fun. We are collaborating, spreading hope. I thank every one of you for continuing to come onto these lives. I am so grateful that each and every one of you come on and share a small part of your journey with me. It is a very much a blessing in my life. You guys are all bright spots, for real. You're all shining bright spots, no matter what. No matter what kind of mistakes you made. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for being here tonight, for coming on this live, even if you're struggling, because it takes a lot. I'm proud of you, even if you're on this live tonight and you're high. I'm still proud of you. I'm proud of you because I know it ain't easy. And I know it's tough. You reach out to me, you reach out to people on this page if you want to change your life. We are here for you. Justin's here for you. His page is here for you. His people are here. Against the odds, we're here for you. Our group's here for you. Our page is here for you. We want you to make it out of the darkness and come join us in the light. For real. This ain't no joke. It's life or death, y'all. Share this live on your page. Let's spread some hope tonight. This is no joke. It's life or death. It's a Saturday night. People are going to die tonight. They are. People are going to use and they're going to die. Share this live. Maybe someone might not use tonight. Maybe someone might go to detox. Maybe someone might reach out to someone that they know is in recovery from seeing this. And maybe, just maybe, they get some hope tonight. That's what's up, y'all. I appreciate you for tuning in, sharing the live, engaging with the live, showing us tons of love and support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So much gratitude. Once again, I'm signing out. Phil Tyler with Against the Odds. Hope to the hopeless.